Have you ever felt it? That subtle shift in a room when you realize you're being played. The conversation that feels less like a connection and more like a chess match you didn't know you were in. They aren't yelling. They aren't threatening. They are using words like a scalpel, shaping your reality, testing your boundaries, making you feel small without ever raising their voice. This is the invisible battlefield of modern life, and most people walk through it completely unarmed. You try to be good, to be honest, to be liked. You explain yourself, hoping they will understand. You defend your character, hoping they will see your intent. And with every word, you hand them another piece of your soul, another key to the locks of your mind. But what if the goal was never to be understood? What if the most powerful move was to become unreadable? This is not a guide to manipulation. It is a guide to liberation. A handbook for reclaiming your power, not by being louder, but by mastering the deafening art of strategic silence and psychological insight. These are the 10 laws of silent intelligence. Learn them, and you will not just outsmart others. You will make it impossible for them to ever play you again. The first law is the foundation for all that follows, but it is not what most people think. Never miss a good opportunity to shut up. Will Rogers. Most hear this and think the goal is to be quiet. The real goal is to create a vacuum. The human mind despises a vacuum. When you speak less than necessary, others rush to fill the void. They pour their anxieties into it, their assumptions, their strategies, their desperate need to be heard, to be validated, to impress you. To speak is to hand someone a map of your mind, each word a landmark. Here are my fears. Here are my desires. Here is the path to my weakness. A powerful person's map is blank. But here is what nobody tells you. This silence must be active, not passive. It is not the silence of someone who has nothing to say. It is the silence of a hunter. In your next meeting, your next negotiation, your next argument, try it. Ask your question. State your position in one simple sentence. And then stop. Watch them squirm. Watch them talk themselves into circles. Watch them reveal their entire hand because you refused to show them yours. Do not explain. Do not justify. Let their noise become your intelligence. Once you have created silence, your real work begins. You are no longer a participant in the conversation. You are a student of human nature. Most people listen to words. You must learn to watch patterns. People leak truth from every pore. Their words say, "I'm fine." Their trembling hands say, "I'm terrified." Their words say, "I don't care what people think." The way they obsessively check their reflection says, "I'm desperate for approval." Listen for what they mock. It is almost always what they secretly fear in themselves. Listen for what they brag about. It is the location of their deepest insecurity. But most of all, listen for the stories they never tell, the topics they skillfully avoid. That is where their shame lives. Lao Tzu reminded us, those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. He wasn't just talking about boasting. He was talking about perception. The person speaking is trapped in their own narrative. The person watching sees everyone's. Do not watch to judge. Watch to understand. The one who truly sees owns the room. Sooner or later, someone will test you. They will throw an accusation at you like a stone. You're selfish. You're weak. You're not smart enough for this. Your instinct, the one conditioned in you since childhood, is to defend, to say, "No, I'm not. Here's why." The moment you do this, you have already lost. An accusation is not a search for truth. It is a frame, a box. By defending yourself, you step inside their frame. You accept their premise. You are now playing their game. by their rules. The powerful do not play. They let the accusation hang in the air and die from lack of oxygen. Your silence in the face of accusations says, your opinion of me is not my reality. It says, I will not wrestle with a pig. I will only get dirty, and the pig enjoys it. Let them think you are what they say you are. Let them underestimate you. It is the ultimate strategic advantage. Their labels are their prison, not yours. You are busy becoming too powerful to ignore. They are busy talking. This leads us to a more aggressive form of silence. Not just withholding, but reflecting. The philosopher Jean Baudrillard spoke of seduction, not as charm, but as a game of challenging the other to reveal themselves. You do this not by attacking, but by becoming a mirror. When someone comes to you with chaos, with gossip, with anger, do not absorb it. Remain still, calm. Watch them. Your stillness makes them uncomfortable. They are projecting their inner storm onto you, and you are reflecting it right back. They feel their own chaos, their own lack of control. They will escalate, trying to get a reaction from you, and in doing so, they will completely unravel. Use questions as your mirror. Don't make statements. Ask questions that force introspection. Someone says, I can't believe what they did. It's an outrage. You don't agree. You don't disagree. You ask quietly, why does this bother you so much? Or, what do you think is really going on there? The right question turns the psychic energy of the conversation back on the speaker. You are no longer the target. They are. You are not fighting them. You are handing them a mirror and letting them fight themselves. Now that you have embraced the path, you must fortify your last line of defense. The one you give away 1,000 times a day without a thought. Your face. Your face is a battlefield. A canvas onto which your every fleeting fear, doubt, and reaction is painted for the world to see. To master it is not to become a robot, it is to become a sculptor of perception. Most people are emotionally naked, their faces twitch, their eyebrows jump, they force a smile, they nervously bite their lip. Each reaction is a signal, a leak of information. The stone-faced stillness of a master is not emptiness, it is a fortress. Inside, the battle may be raging, but outside, there is only calm, unreadable control. This is what Nietzsche meant by the Apollonian spirit, the triumph of order over chaos. Your face becomes the symbol of that triumph. But here is the secret. True facial mastery isn't about showing nothing. It's about showing exactly what you intend to show. A single, slowly raised eyebrow can be more devastating than a shouted insult. A slight knowing squint can unsettle an entire room, and a calm, steady gaze, while they fall apart, that is a declaration of power. The less emotion you show, the more they will frantically project their own onto you. And in their projections, they will reveal everything. This brings us to one of the most counterintuitive and dangerous laws of all. The world fears the strong, so they watch them. They anticipate their moves, but no one fears the fool. Sun Tzu wrote, "Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak." This is not just battlefield strategy, it is the ultimate psychological camouflage. People are so eager to feel superior that they will swallow any bait. Play small, be harmless, be the person no one bothers to analyze. You are not there to win their respect in the moment. You are there to achieve your objective in the end. When they are laughing at you, they are not watching you. And that is the moment you make your move. There will come a moment when the plan fails. The market crashes. The betrayal is revealed. The room erupts into panic, chaos. This is the ultimate test. While everyone else is screaming, blaming, and running in circles, you must become an anchor. To be unreactive is not to be unfeeling. The storm rages within you too. The difference is, you have learned to own your inner world. You do not let the storm break out of its cage. Your calm in the face of their chaos is terrifying to them. It exposes their own lack of emotional control. It is a silent judgment. It says, your panic is powerless here. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. When you master your reaction, you master the game. You are no longer a victim of circumstances, you are the observer of them. This stillness gives you the one thing that panic steals from everyone else: clarity. While they are drowning in emotion, you are able to see the door. You rise not by fighting the fire, but by not flinching as it burns around you. The human mind is a pattern recognition machine. It needs to categorize, to label, to place you in a box. He's the nice one. She's the aggressive one. Your job is to become impossible to place. Your greatest power lies in becoming a beautiful, unsolvable mystery. Never be predictable. If you are known for your kindness, show a flash of cold detachment. If you are known for your logical mind, speak in poetic symbols. Change your rhythm. Be intense, then be distant. Be warm, then be reserved. As the writer Elbert Hubbard said, "He who does not understand your silence will probably not understand your words." Make your silence and your words equally enigmatic. You are not being inconsistent. You are being whole. You contain multitudes. By showing glimpses of different facets, you prevent anyone from creating a simple caricature of you in their mind. They can never be sure which version of you they are dealing with. This forces them to be cautious, to be respectful, to always be guessing. And as long as they are guessing, they are never in control. And finally, the most powerful move of all, the one that requires the most discipline, the art of vanishing. When you are insulted, when you are betrayed, when they refuse to meet you with respect, the weakest response is to argue, to demand an apology, to chase them for closure. The most powerful response is absence. You do not retreat out of fear. You retreat as a statement. Your absence says, "You do not have access to me anymore." Your silence says, "Your words have no power here." It is a withdrawal of energy. You are not slamming the door. You are simply disappearing, walking away without a word. This creates a profound psychological void. They are left alone with the echo of their own transgression. More often than not, they will chase you, not because they are sorry, but because they cannot stand the discomfort of the void you have created. Power does not cling. Power does not chase. Power vanishes and lets the world chase it. So we arrive at the end. And you see now, don't you? These 10 laws, they are not a set of tricks. They are a spiritual discipline. The goal was never to outsmart anyone. That is a child's game. The true goal is to forge yourself into a presence that cannot be manipulated, predicted, or controlled. You don't have to win the argument. You only have to master your inner silence. You don't have to prove your worth. You only have to become unreactive to those who doubt it. You don't have to fight your enemies. You only have to become a mystery they can never solve. This journey transforms you from a piece on the chessboard to the player who sees the entire board. You will sense lies before they are spoken. You will feel the shift of power in a room without a word being said. You will move through life not as a storm, but as the calm eye within the storm. You don't need to be loud to be powerful. You don't need to fight to win. True strength is invisible until the moment it is too late for anyone to stop it. Let them underestimate you. Let them talk first. Let them think they have you figured out. And then, when the moment is right, you will outsmart them all, without saying a word. The final move is to transcend the game itself. You don't fight to be understood. You become the one who no longer requires understanding. The world is full of noise. We believe the path to wisdom is found in the silence. If you feel the same, subscribe and join our journey inward. And now, we turn the question to you. Go to the comments and describe a time you use silence as your power. The best insights will be pinned